Well, good afternoon, everybody. TGIF. I'll start off with a quick safety disclaimer here. So these classes and what I say are not medical advice. Please consult with your healthcare management professionals before you make changes to manage your health. This presentation does not represent Parkinson Canada's endorsement of products or treatment related to Parkinson's disease. This presentation is meant to provide general information. If you have specific questions about managing Parkinson's disease for yourself or others, please contact info@parkinson.ca, or you can always call 1-800-565-3000. So yes, a great big hello to everybody today. Just getting all my notes straight up over here. So yes, if you are new to the at-home workout classes, welcome. It's great to have you on board. If you're a veteran of these classes, a great big thank you for participating. These live classes are brought to you by Parkinson Canada, and you can find them on the Parkinson Canada Superwalk Facebook group page. And of course, these recordings are always posted on the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook group page, as well as the Parkinson Canada YouTube channel. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, by all means, you can post them up during the class here, or you can always leave a message for me in the Facebook group pages, or you can always send me a private message. You can find me at Lance Letain. I think there's only one of me. So yes, you can always send me a private message, and I'll be for sure to get back to you. I can totally appreciate that it's not easy to ask questions in a group setting. So if you feel more comfortable contacting me privately, by all means, you can do that. So these live classes are brought to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 1:30 Central Time. And yeah, I guess that would be 2:30 Eastern, 3:30 Atlantic. That would be 12:30 in Saskatchewan and Alberta. And of course, that is earlier in British Columbia. So we have quite a few shout outs today. So I'd like to give a quick shout out to Remy and Dana, Jim and Wanda, Jean and Ron. They're all the way down in Florida. They're tuning in quite regularly. Betty and Rick, Blair, Karen and Jenna, of course, Monique and Dave. I'd also like to say shout out to Joan and Ken, and Karen and Robin. We have Doug, Dawn, Ginny, Cheryl, Lorinda, Ruth, Pete, Arthur. Arthur is all the way up in the Arctic Circle. Great big shout out to you, Arthur. I hope you're doing well. And we have Daphne. Daphne had a great question about the walk in the box. Yes, I'll talk to you a little bit later about that. Susan, Nathan, Giselle, Charlene, Holly, Jean-Francois, Diane, Mary, Anita, Sarah. Hello, Helen, great to see you. Julien, Dave, Audrey, my neighbor, had a really good question about making a donation to Parkinson Canada. Elise, Sophia, and Irene. Irene's here in Winnipeg. So I'd like to talk to you about some of the benefits. And today, instead of really talking about the physical benefits, I thought maybe I could talk to you about some of the cognitive benefits. So definitely we know with Parkinson's disease that it's better to start early, but it's never too late to start exercising when you have Parkinson's disease. Aside from taking your medication regularly and at the same time, exercise is the best thing that you could be doing to help manage your Parkinson's symptoms. About half of those that are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease have challenges with your executive functioning. I'm thinking of executive functioning. I'm thinking about planning activities, keeping a schedule, staying organized. I guess it's kind of like how many things you can keep track of at once. So being able to balance all the different things that make up your daily life. It gets a little bit more challenging for some people that have Parkinson's disease. Staying focused and responding to change. It's one of those things that, it's a symptom of Parkinson's disease, also with getting a little bit older. But the good thing is there's some studies that are showing a correlation of your brain responding well with exercise. So that part of the brain that performs your executive functioning, so just being able to balance all the different things that make up your daily life, responds well to both aerobic activity as well as skill-based exercises. So we're looking at complex movements When we're talking about skill-based exercises, it could be something like dancing or boxing, maybe ping pong. For those of you that played pickleball, if you haven't tried pickleball, try it. It is fantastic fun. But yeah, there's a series of complex movements. So your brain's constantly having to balance, your balance, your eye-hand coordination, your reaction time. So the more that we're challenging ourselves, challenging our brain and challenging our body, the better it seems to. There's correlation studies out there that show there's benefits for your brain if you're a person who's living with Parkinson's disease. Definitely, if you are interested in trying to take up one of these complex skill-based exercises, it's a great idea to maybe talk with your healthcare management team. That could be your doctor, it could be a nurse, it could be your physiotherapist, it could be a kinesiologist. Try and find something that A, interests you and that you're going to have fun with, but B, it's also going to, give you that challenge. It's going to push you outside your comfort zone. That's where the magic typically happens. So that's it for the benefits. We'll talk more about that next week. With the Super Walk, yes, we're still proceeding with the Super Walk here. It's going to be on Saturday, September the 12th. Of course, it's going to be a virtual walk this year with our current healthcare crisis with the pandemic, the COVID pandemic. We're having to reevaluate how we're conducting the Super Walk. So for this year, we're looking at it being a virtual walk. So we're encouraging people to walk with family and friends, people that they know that they can trust that they're not exposed to COVID-19, and just being able to celebrate that. That you are together, that you are being able to do it as a collective family or a group of friends. Which kind of leads me into maybe trying to talk to you about teams. The benefits of forming a team for your Super Walk are, they're countless. A, it's a lot of fun. B, it's a lot more productive. And it gives you the chance just to get together and be able to celebrate. So there's different ways that you can do this. You can do this on the day of, where you're getting together, but you can also do some fundraising together. Could be, depending on where you're living, of course, and what the what the pandemic is like in your region. Could be a bake sale, hosting a bake sale together. It could be having a garage sale together. Just different ways that you're able to do something as a group, and being able to raise money in order for us to continue our fight against Parkinson's disease, and hopefully to find a cure, as well as to offer the programming that's important to adding the quality of your life. Okay, so with that, how about we get moving here? So I'm dealing with a little bit of I'm a little bit late today because I'm dealing with some issues of wind blowing over all my banners behind me here. So if you don't mind, they might fall down once in a while here. Hopefully not. Okay, hopefully you can see me. It's a warm day here in Winnipeg. A little bit cloudy, but I'm okay with that. So we're going to start off the same way that we always do. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to focus on our breathing. You're going to breathe into your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Opening our eyes, we're going to raise our hands above our head, in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose, out through our mouth. One last time, one great big breath, big in and out. Alright, feeling more focused, more ready for the exercise ahead of us here. Next thing that we're going to do, we do it every single time. We're doing our slap, clap, snaps, or slapping our thighs 5 times, clapping our hands 5 times, and snapping our fingers 5 times. So we're going to go from 5 down to 1 and all the way back to 5. Ready, gang? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you guys are with me? That's good. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit so it's a little bit more focused on the center over here. All right. So with that, we're going to start off with going our arms front to shoulder height and down. So the purpose of our warm-up is to get our body and our brains ready for exercise. It's a great chance for you to evaluate how you're feeling. Are you feeling up to 50 minutes of aerobic exercise right now? If so, that's great. If not, by all means, you don't have to do the class right now. These classes are all recorded and they are posted so that you can come back to them and check and do the exercises. When you're feeling a little bit stronger, feeling a little bit more alert. Up and down. 2 more. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Okay, from here we're going to transition into some heel taps in front. Let's think of our posture, sitting up nice and straight, shoulders back. We're going to go heel tap. Out and back. Out and back. Out and back. Out and back. Okay, so yeah, these classes are part of a series that are encouraging you to try and get your 150 minutes of weekly exercise. So if you find that maybe you can do more than 150 minutes, so if you can, then you can come back to these recorded classes and they might be able to help you stay focused, follow along. I could be your guide. Maybe if you can get more than 150 minutes, that's great. Again, the intensity level that we're looking at is a moderate to hopefully more of a vigorous exercise workout. And we can monitor that by doing the talk test. If you're able to do these exercises and you find it a little bit challenging to talk, that's okay. That's what we're looking for. That's closer to the vigorous side of the scale. If you find that maybe you can easily talk and exercise at the same time, well then you're going to have to pick up the pace, the intensity level a little bit more. It could be a quicker pace, it could be larger movements. Out, back, out, and back. Okay, from here we're going to swing our side, our arms to the side, up to shoulder height, cross, shoulder height, and back. Okay, both arms going. Still feeling okay to follow? I hope so. Alright, just one arm. Both arms together. Now we can do the other arm. Bring your hand up to shoulder height if you can. Think of our posture. Let's put some smiles on our face. Get those endorphins running through our body here, through our brain. Both arms together. Okay. That's it for our arms. Let's try our legs. We're going to do a side step. So we're going to step to the side and back. Side and back. Of course, almost everything that we're doing can be done from a standing position. I'll try and demonstrate when I can. But if you want to stand, that's great. If you're working on your balance, some of these exercises will be actually easier from a standing position than from a seated position. Something like this, or marching when you're sitting down, is actually tougher than if you're standing up. Side, back, side, and back. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that's it for a warm-up. Now would be a great time to have a sip of water if you need to have a sip of water, like myself. Let's just put your water bottle away so it's going to be in a safe area. It's not going to be a tripping hazard. We don't need that. Okay, so Here we go. We're going to be entering into our cardio section, so we're looking at about 15 to 20 minutes of continuous movement. If you need to take a break anywhere along the lines, by all means take a break. This is not a competition. We want you to be able to challenge yourself, but within reason, of course. Okay, so let's just start off with a march. Legs only. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. Still feeling okay? Alright, so marching here is your go-to. If you get lost in any of the choreography or my directions or my instructions, just go to the march. Again, we're looking at continuous movement for 15 to 20 minutes. A lot of us can do this. And it definitely helps. The more muscle groups that we have moving, the better it is for us. So let's add some arms. Thinking of our posture. March, 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 march. March, 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 march. Okay. Still with me? Feeling okay? Alright. Well, we're going to make it a little bit tougher. We're going to make our knees go up higher. We're going to be exaggerating our movements, which does make it harder. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and up, up and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, march it out. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. Keep it going, gang. Keep her going. Sorry, I just might have some rain blowing in here. Hopefully not. We'll power through this. I just came back from camping. I was camping with my family, and we got there at 2 o'clock. The rain started at 3 o'clock and didn't stop until 2 o'clock in the morning. So we had like 10 or 11 hours worth of rain non-stop. Lucky for us, we stayed dry in our tents, and it made for a relaxing time with our kids. The rest of the time we were battling mosquitoes, still had a great time. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. Okay, now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. So your heart rate's going to get a little bit faster. Your breathing rate's going to pick up too. If you can follow along, great. If you need to keep on going at this pace or a little bit slower, by all means, do continue to do so. This is not a competition. Here we go. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, slowing it down. Alright. So did you feel your heart rate getting a little bit faster? Hope so. Slow things down. We're going to go for another quick run. Catch our breath first. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. Ready, gang? Here we go. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. March, 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 and march. March, 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 march. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Slow it down. March, march, march and march. Okay, so from here we're going to do some wide marching. We're going to do some wide, wide, narrow, narrows. With me? Okay, here we go. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Narrow, narrow. Wide, wide. Wide, wide. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Okay, how you doing? I hope. Okay. Keep it going, gang. Doing well. Looking good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright. Not too bad. Keep it going, gang. Keep it going. March, march, march and march. March, 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 march. Okay, so from here, we're going to transition into some side steps. So no arms, just our legs marching on the spot. And now we're going to step to the side and together, side, together. Together, together. Alright. Stepping to the side. Slowing it down a little bit. I'm going to sit down. Okay. Doing alright? I hope so. So, how can we make this more challenging? Well, we can add our arms. How about we do that now? Side arms, just like we did in warm-up. Nice and slow. Let's figure out the coordination. Stepping to the side. Timing it with our arms. If you can, this is great. If you find it too challenging, you can just do the arms, or you can just do the legs. But if you can do both the upper body and the lower body at the same time, that's better, because we have more muscle groups moving. The more muscle groups that we have moving, the harder we're working. And that's what we need. We need to find that intensity level where it's going to be somewhat challenging to be able to move and exercise at the same time. And again, if we have our upper body and lower body moving, that's working with our executive functioning. So our brain's having to process, figure out how to do all these things together. Being able to balance our to-do list here. Alright, let's do one arm. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the class, one of the benefits of doing aerobic exercise and doing exercise in general is it is stimulating our brain, our nervous system, and our body to work in unison. Get things done. Okay, both arms. Other arm now. Woo, working up a sweat here. And both arms. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. No arms, just our legs. Okay. Whew, getting sweaty in here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, just march on the spot. Remember, this is our go-to move. Also, it's going to help us transition into some heel taps in front. So instead of marching, we're going to do some heel tap and back, tap and back. Let's think of your posture, sitting up nice and straight, shoulders back, tap and back, tap and back. Okay, so we can make this a little bit more challenging. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit before we add some arms, and then we're going to pick up the pace with our arms and our legs. Ready, gang? Here we go. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. All right. Still with me? Good. I hope so. Shall we pick it up just a tad bit more? Why not? Let's give it a go. Here we go. Tap and back and tap and back. Back. Oh. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap. Tap. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap and back and tap and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, slowing it down. Tap and back and tap and back. Back, tap, back. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back. Let's add some arms now. Engaging with our upper body. Again, the more muscle groups that we have moving, the harder it's going to be. And it's getting our brain to think. Working our muscles, our nervous system, everything working in unison, making those executive functions, trying to balance everything that you got to do. Follow along. How about now, we're going to pick up the pace just a little. Here we go. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, no arms, just our legs. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. Okay. We're approaching the end. A couple more minutes worth of our cardio section of our class here. After that, we're going to be getting into our cardio cool down, our strength training, balance training, flexibility, and of course we finish things off the same way we always do, with some Parkinson specific exercises. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. Tap and back and tap and back. Tap, back, tap, back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's march it out. Time for a cardio cool down. So we'll be spending about 3 to 5 minutes slowing down our heart rate, bringing down our breathing rate, spreading all that oxygenated blood to other parts of our body, our feet, our toes, our hands and fingers, most specifically our brain. March, march, march and march. March and march. Slowing it down even more. March and march and march and march. March and march. March and march and march and march. Alright, no arms, just our legs. Even a little bit slower now. March and march and march and march. March and march. Alright, so from here, stop marching. We're going to pick some apples. So you're going to reach up and across your body. Grab that apple high from the tree. Pull it down. Put it in the basket. Up and across. And for those of you that have shoulder issues, you don't have to reach up. You can reach just across your body like this. Probably feel a little bit better. Or if you have a lot of shoulder pain in one shoulder, you can just do the one arm over and over again. For everybody else, you can reach up and down, up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. We're going to raise the shoulders up and down. Shoulder shrug up and down. One shoulder up and down. Other shoulder up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Both together now. Up and down. Up. And now let's do some shoulder rotations going backwards. Nice big shoulder rotations. That feels good. Now let's go forwards. Slowing down our heart rate, slowing down our breathing rate. Feeling good. Just finished your warm-up and your cardio. Finishing up our cardio cool down. Now we're going to do some stationary toe taps. Tapping your toe. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Heel taps. Tap, 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 tap. Tap and tap and tap and tap. Other leg, toe taps. Tap, 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 tap. Tap and tap and tap and tap. Heel taps. Tap, tap, tap and tap. Tap, 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 tap. Alright, you just finished your cardio, warm up your cardio and your cardio cool down. Now would be a great time to have a sip of water if you need to have a sip of water. And we're going to be transitioning into our strength training. So for today's class, you're not going to need any sort of resistance bands, surgical tubing. You're not going to need any hand weights or cans of beans like I typically use or cans of cocoa. We're just going to be using gravity itself, which is going to be a challenge. Okay, so I like to try and get all the hard stuff out of the way typically, either in exercising or work. Get all the hard stuff done. The rest of the day is easy after that. So we know the hard thing with our strength training is going to be our sit to stands. So for those of you that can only stand up an inch or two, you're working hard. That's the hardest part of doing the sit to stand. So if that's all you can do, I think that's awesome. For those of you that could do a full sit to stand, I would encourage you to try and do a full sit to stand. If you're sitting down and you have armrests on your chairs and you need to use them, by all means you can use them. If you don't have to use them, let's try and not use them. I'm going to give you a profile shot, so showing you exactly the way I want it done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my feet wider than my shoulders, so I'm going to have a nice solid foundation below me here, kind of spreading my weight over a larger surface area, so it makes me less prone to falling. So if feet are wider than my shoulders, I'm going to be standing up, 2, 3, and as I go down, you're going to see that I shoot my butt out. Instead of bending down, I'm shooting my butt out towards the chair. That's the proper way that I'd like you to try and do it. We're going to attempt 6 here. Again, for those of you that can only stand up an inch or 2, by all means, I'm impressed with that. So here we go. We're going for 6. Going up, 2, 3, and down. Shoot that butt out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. We did one more for good health there. All right. If you're able to do 7, that's fantastic. We'll take a quick break here, so we're just going to stretch our obliques. I'm just twisting my trunk one way. You should feel the stretch along the side of your body here. The oblique region of our core. We do to one side, we do the other. Stretching the other way. These banners better not fall on me. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, we're going to try and attempt to do 6 more sit to stand. So, again, doing all that hard work, get it out of the way. We're going up, 2, 3, and down, 2, 3. Up, down, here's 3, and down, here's 4, down, 5, and down. Last one, here's 6. And down. All right. Whew. That is some tough work. If you're able to do all 12 there, full sit to stand, fantastic. Good for you. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do, I'll do it from the front facing the camera here. We're going to do our knee raises and followed by a foot extension. So I'm thinking of my posture, I'm sitting up nice and straight. Raising my knee up, my leg out, foot back, and down. We're going to do that 4 times per leg, okay? Thinking of your posture, if you're sitting down, if you're standing up, try and have a chair to hang on to. It just helps with some extra stability if you need it. Here we go, 4 times. Up, out, back, down, up, out, back, and down. 2 more, up, out, back, and down. Last one, up, out, back, and down. I'm going to do these next 4 on my other leg in the standing position. For those of you that are standing, I'm going to join you on this one. Everybody else, if you can just continue to sit down, by all means. Let's do that. So other leg with me goes up, out, back, and down. See, I'm hanging onto a chair for some stability. Up, out, back, and down. 2 more. Up, out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. Okay, now we're going to try our straight leg lift. I'm going to do the first 4 standing up. I'll do the second 4 from a seated position. All I'm doing, I'll give you a profile shot to show you what it looks like. Show you what I'm looking for. I'm basically bringing my leg out, straight out in front, and down, all the way back. Again, I'm hanging onto a chair for some stability. Ready, gang? 4 on one side and 4 on the other. Here we go. Out and back. That's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And 4. I don't know if you heard that. There's a little bit of thunder rumbling in the background there. Other leg, as I said, I'm going to do it from a seated position. Sitting up nice and straight, leg straight out. I'm going out, straight leg raise, and down. Here's 2, and down. Here's 3, and down. And here's the final one, and down. All right, gang. So from here, we're going to do some sitting chair sit-ups, also called chair crunches, and then we're going to do our Kegel exercises here. So I'd like to show you a profile shot when we are doing the chair crunches here. So I'd like to try and get my buttocks towards the end of the chair, sitting up nice and straight. Feet are spread wide. You can have your arms out in front like this. You can have them across your chest like this, or on your lap. Whatever is the best way for you is the best way for me. try not to tuck your feet underneath the legs of your chair, because that's kind of, you're working your legs as opposed to working your abdominal core here. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at our abdominal region here, and these are the muscles that we're using in digestion, and they're also used a lot in our posture. So let's try and keep them nice and strong. We do a lot of sitting, and these are the muscles that often become weak here. So we're going to work on that. So I'm just going to be sitting up nice and straight. My hands are going to be on my lap. I'm leaning back to my shoulder blades, touch the chair, and sitting right back up. Just like that. Ready, gang? We're going to do 6. Here we go. Back. And up. That's 1. Here's 2. Let's breathe out. And in. Halfway there. Down. Up. 2 more. Down. And up. Last 1. Down. And up. Whew. Feel that one. Let's try and stretch out our obliques again. Twisting one way in your chair. You should feel the stretch along the outside of your body there. We do to one side, we do to the other. Twisting the other way. We're just twisting our trunk, keeping our butt nice and straight. We're going to try 6 more chair crunches. This time I'm going to cross my arms across my chest. It's the hardest way to do this. Okay, you know what we got to do? Sit up nice and straight, butt towards the end of the chair, lean back, and up. That's 1. Here's 2. And 3. 4. 5. And 6. Oh, that's a tough word. Alright, we're going to do a little bit more ab work, except this time we're going to do like Kegel exercises, we like to call them. Again, so just think of that muscle. For some of you, it's going to help if you close your eyes. Just think of that muscle that we engage with when you want to stop your flow of urine. When you're going to the washroom, when you're going to pee, and you need to stop that flow of pee, that's the same muscle that we're going to be engaging with. For some people, it really does help to close your eyes. Everybody else, keep your eyes open. Let's think of our posture, sitting up nice and straight, shoulders back. Now let's engage that muscle. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and relax. Let's engage that muscle again. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Yeah, keep it there. And relax. Engage again. Hold it. Yep, that same muscle that we use. Engage. Stop our flow of feet and relax. If we do 3 more. Hold it. There we go. Hold it, hold it. And relax. Hold it. There we go. This is a good workout, isn't it? Hold it, hold it, hold it. And relax. Woo! 1 more, gang. 1 more. Hold it. Yeah. The same muscle. And relax. Woo! Wow, man, that's good. So that's it for our strength training. We're going to work on our balance training now. So the first one that we're going to be doing is from a seated position. Picture yourself sitting on a toilet or about to get up off a chair. Feet are nice and wide. We're just going to be leaning forward, resting our body weight on the balls of our feet, head held high. Just like this. And relax. Let's try that again. Head held high, leaning forward, resting our body weight on the balls of our feet. And back. 2 more. Forward. Leaning forward. Yeah. Body weight on the balls of our feet. Head held high. Back. Last one. Forward. Hold it there. And relax. Okay. So for those of you that can stand up, we're now going to stand up. We're going to do our line walking to start off with here. So pretend that there's an imaginary line, and you're going to put one foot in front of the other, and you're going to walk on that line, walking forward, stop, and back. If you need to hang on to a chair or have your hand on the wall, by all means you can do that. It will help. Walking forward again. And there's that imaginary line in front of you. And back. We're going to try that one more time, except this time when I say freeze, I want you to freeze. If you need, again, to hang on to a chair or a wall, by all means you can do that. Walking forward and freeze. Hold it there, hold it. Forward all the way. And now we're going to go back. We're not going to freeze on the way back. Alright, now we're going to do our one-legged stand. There's two ways to do that. You can either raise your knee up in front, or if you want, you can curl your leg back, whatever's best for you. I find it easy to have my knee in front of me. I've got my hand on a chair here to help me with some stability. You can stick your arms out to the side, it will help. Standing on one leg, let's think of our posture. Shoulders back. And now we do one leg, we're going to do the other. Knee up. Got my hand on the chair here. Holding it there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And down. One more time, each leg. And up. For those of you that need the extra challenge, you can take your hand off a chair or the wall. Your brain is processing all this information right now and making micro adjustments with your muscles to keep you upright. So the more that we can challenge ourselves with balance exercises like this, the better it's going to be for us. Down. As we know, as we get older, balance becomes a bit of an issue. Good thing is, though, our body does respond well to training. So the more that we can do, the better it is. Trying to prevent falls. And down. Now we're going to shift our weight from side to side. I'm going to hang on to a chair for this. I'm going to shift my weight this way. I'm just leaning over. I got my toe on the ground. For those of you that need the extra challenge, you can bring your toe up off the ground. You can let go of a chair or the wall. Everybody else, your toe on the ground. Head held high. Think of your posture. Shift from one side to the next. Get some big smiles on our faces here. One more time, each side. Shifting our weight over again. For those of you that need the extra challenge, you can bring your foot up off the ground. You can let go of the chair or the wall. Everybody else, you can keep your foot on the ground. You do want to challenge yourself, but within reason. We don't want you falling. That's why I always like to have a chair nearby. I would encourage you to do the same. Last time, other side. When you do put your arms out, it will help you with your balance. See those tightrope walkers? They're holding on to those bars there. It distributes their weight over a larger area. Alright, so from here, I'm going to sit down. We're going to work on our flexibility. Just finished our strength training. So our flexibility, the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to put our chin to our chest. So let's think of our posture, sitting up nice and straight, shoulders back. You're going to press your chin to your chest down, holding it there. Ideally, you want to stretch about 10 to 15 minutes per day if you can. Try and hold each stretch for about 30 seconds minimum. For the purpose of this class, though, we make the stretches a little bit shorter. Just trying to demonstrate how you can do it safely. Head back to neutral position. Straight ahead. Drop our chin down again. Again, you're not forcing anything, you're just finding a nice stretch. It takes a while for your brain to send the signals to your muscles saying it's okay to stretch like that. You can go a little bit further. Your body does respond very, very well to flexibility training. We're going to do our shoulder check. One side. Nice gentle stretch. Head to neutral. Other side. Yeah, everything that we're doing, your body probably fastest adapts to stretching and flexibility training. And you will notice it can help helping you manage your pain. You get greater range of motion in your joints. And back. Okay, from here, we're going to do our hamstring stretches. So I like to do it sitting down. So I'll just give you a profile shot. So basically what I'm doing is I'm sticking one leg out, sitting up nice and straight. I'm bending forward. I'm not bending down, I'm bending forward. Head held high. Just like this. You should feel the stretch along the back part, back side of your leg, your upper leg. Holding it there, continuing to breathe. Great big smiles. Back. What we do to one leg, we're going to do to the other. So other leg goes out. Continue your posture, sitting up nice and straight. Move forward, not down but forward. Head held high. Again, you should feel the stretch on the back side of the top part of your leg. Hold that stretch. And ideally, again, we're looking for at least a minimum of 30 seconds per stretch. Back. Let's try one more time. Each leg, forward and out. Lean forward. Hold it there. And back. Last time. Forward and out. Holding it there. Oh, that feels good. Alright, now we're going to stretch out our calves. Again, you just stick your leg out in front, point toward the ceiling, pull it all the way back. You should feel the stretch along the lower part of the back side of your leg. Feel that stretch and think of our posture. Great big smiles. Do one leg, we're going to do to the other. Leg out in front. Pulling your toes back towards your body. Feel the stretch on the lower part of your legs, back side of your leg. Okay, now we're going to do an upper body stretch. So for this, I'm just going to ask you to interlace your fingers like this. And put your palms out. Raise your hands above your head. Holding it there. That feels good. Stretch your upper back. Down. And do one more time. For those of you that can't lift your hands above your head, you can just keep your arms out in front like this. That works for me. Everybody else, you could raise your hands above your head. Nice gentle stretch. Okay. Let's transition into our Parkinson-specific exercises here. Get closer to the camera. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sing the vowel A and the vowel E. So we're going to try and sing it and hold the note for as long as you can. Ready, gang? Here we go. I'm not in the choir, am I? Who cares? I'm still having fun. I'm going to try that again. The letter A. A. Okay, now we're going to do the vowel E. Here we go. E. One more time. Vowel E. 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 Okay, now we're going to work on our eyes. We're going to eyes straight back. We have all those little muscles that control our eyes, and exercise them as well. Straight back, straight down, keeping your head in a neutral position, looking straight down. It's important that we exercise these muscles too. We're going to look one way, to the side, eyes to neutral, and the other way, to the side, eyes to neutral, straight up again, and back, holding it there, and down, straight down, to the side, eyes to neutral, and other side. Alright, so now we're going to work on our tongue. We're going to stick our tongue out and up. Pull the tongue back in. We're going to go out and down. Tongue back in. We're going to go out and up again. Tongue back in, out and down. Stick our tongue that way. In, stick our tongue that way now. Again, these exercises might not be the sexiest thing in the world. Who cares? This is for you. This is for us. We're doing this to help manage your symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Okay, now we're going to try our jaw exercises. So we're going to ask you to open your mouth as wide as you can. And close. So these are the muscles that we're using when we're chewing our food. We're going to open up nice and wide again. Closing. Okay, now we're working on our big smiles. Great big smile. Finish off our classes here with a great big smile. TGIF. The weekend's ahead. Middle of July, believe it or not. Oh, we'll miss these days come January. And relax. Great big smile again. Hold that smile. I'd encourage you to practice your facial exercises in front of a mirror. Hold it there so you can see yourself. Great big smile. Relax. You did it. We're done. We did like 50 minutes of exercise here. So hopefully you enjoyed today's class. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on Monday. Our class will be at 1:30 Central Time. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, by all means you can message me on the Facebook group pages, or you can always send me a private message. Again, the name is Lance Letain, and of course I am your events coordinator here with Parkinson Canada in Manitoba. And we have the Super Walk coming up in September. If you have any questions related to the Super Walk, by all means you can ask me as well, and I'll do my darndest to get you a really prompt answer. So I hope you have a great weekend. Any stories, let me know. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.